Hi YouTube, this is DFishFan, and I have a new episode of YuGiOh talk today for you guys. But I'm going to be covering a couple things towards the end, so make sure you stay tuned. But the main thing I want to talk about is Extreme Victory, which is the newest set already released in Japan, but it's going to be released here. The sneak peek is at the end of next month, so April 30th, I believe. And yeah, so we should be expecting it in May. It's actually going to be a very interesting set. There's a couple cards that I wanted to highlight from it, but let me get the paper. Wrote everything down for you guys, you know, because I'm so organized. But yeah, so some main things is there's a lot of support coming for Six Samurai, a lot of important support for Six Samurai, Karakuris. They're going to be introducing Tech Genis archetype, which I think is fantastic. Has a lot of potential. And psychics, of course, psychics. So just wanted to see what your guys' opinions are. What your guys' opinions? I don't know if that's great English. What your opinions are on Extreme Victory. I think it's going to be a pretty decent set. There's a couple cards that I think stand out to me more than others. I really like the Six Samurai support, probably because I run Six Samurai. Maybe a little bias there, but I really like it. Shien's Tactician is going to be a very useful card. If not main deck, side deck. It has its usage. Let's see, we got. So okay, let me just focus on a couple cards here. Tech Genis Wonder Magician. It's a level 5 Synchro Tuner, spellcaster, and it's a light monster. You need one tuner and one or more non-tuner Tech Genis monsters. So it has to be a Tech Genis. That's kind of the downfall, or else this card would probably be too good. But anyways, and you can synchro summon during the main reason. Like it has another effect too, but the main reason for it is you can synchro summon during your opponent's turn as long as it's used as synchro material. So that's a pretty nice effect. Think about how big Formula is in the decks that you can run Formula. And this is a level 5 tuner. So obviously a lot more options for synchroing during your opponent's turn now. Which I think is good. I think that's good to add. And also, what was I going to say? I can see it being sprinkled in a couple decks because I haven't looked at all the Tech Genis monsters, but if there's a decent one or one that you could fit into a deck somewhere, I could definitely see this card having a lot of play because, you know, you already have the Tech Genis in there anyway, so you might as well try to get this thing out. A couple other cards I want to talk about. You guys know about Shien's Dojo, Shien's Tactician. If you don't, go ahead and look it up. Those are going to be very important. But Emergency Drop. It's a common, at least it was in Japan. I believe it's common or rare, but one of those. And its effect reads: destroy this card if your opponent activates a spell, trap, or monster effect that targets a card in the graveyard. Okay? When this card is destroyed by its own effect, meaning once your opponent has targeted a card in the graveyard while this card's face up on the field, your opponent returns all cards in their graveyard to their deck. So, all cards, all those glow bulbs, all those spores, all those plague spreaders, you know, they all get returned back into all the tree boards, fish boards, and stuff like that. So, I could see this having use, or at least potential. Okay. Now, I don't know how the rulings would go if, like, say they activated Monster Reborn, and from what I understand, they would still probably get the monster, and then everything else would be shuffled back in, but I'm not 100% sure. So definitely let me know the rulings if you know about that. So yeah, I think this card has a lot of potential to mess up a lot of strategies, pretty much. Alright, you guys, so last card I want to talk about is Revelation. So it's a counter trap card that reads: negate the activation of an effect monster that activates in the hand or graveyard and remove it from play. So that's pretty good. Now, there's not a lot of hand control cards that I can think of at the moment. Valor would be the first that comes to mind. But Valor's more of a side deck option, or like a crazy tech in the main deck. But or like in the graveyard, you guys should know all those cards. You know, like I just mentioned, Glow Bulb, Spore, Plague. There's plenty of more cards I could list on that list. But this is a counter trap, so spell speed is very important to me. And I could definitely see this card getting play in side deck at least, because it removes it from play. So it's very like anti hand graveyard effect, like very anti, like as much anti as you could go. So definitely a card that I would like to get a hold of, and I want to see how it's being used. So that's pretty much all I want to talk about. You know, everyone's been talking about the Samurai support, the Karakuri, with Karakuri Beauty coming out, which gives you an additional normal summoner set, which is very good for Karakuris. But I want to talk about some cards that maybe some people overlooked. So let me know what you guys think about these cards, and also the entire set in the section below. But before I end this video, I did want to talk about two other things. Okay, first of all, my eBay auctions, I don't know what to call them. The first like batch of them has finished, and it was pretty successful, I gotta admit. One of them I already have feedback on, so I'm like, perfect feedback, yay, thank you. And I've already sent out everyone else's except the Pot of Dualities. The Pot of Dualities have not been traded because I'm waiting to get the proper packaging, because obviously I put more importance on the Pot of Dualities because that was my main selling items. So I'm planning on sending yours if I can't make it today for the mail, because I don't have my car right now. I will make it tomorrow positively for Shiskies, as I like to say. So be expecting that. But thanks a lot, you guys. It was pretty successful, I would say. So for sure, from what I've seen, I definitely feel like I should be posting up more things for you guys. I was thinking of maybe just having like a random time I would make a video and say, hey, there's a 99-cent card. Put up an auction for 99 cents for a couple days and just let you guys make its own price. So I was gonna see if I might do that for you guys. So we'll see about that. So yeah, be on the lookout for more eBay stuff from me. I'll go ahead and post a link down below also for my Facebook account and my second channel, which is the last thing I want to talk about in this video. My second channel, in case you don't know, is for you basketball fans out there. It's called I Talk Basketball. But it's now going to be for you Laker fans out there, because I've decided to change the whole concept of the whole idea of the channel to be just strictly Lakers. The main reasoning behind this was because I don't have access right now and time. It takes following basketball is very time consuming, especially basketball in general. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not just going to say Lakers, Lakers, Kobe, Kobe, Lakers, 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 Fisher, 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 you know, all 24/7 video on my videos, you know. I am going to be discussing, you know, what's happening in basketball, but I do want to focus on mainly Lakers because I do live in California. It's a lot easier for me, a lot less time consuming, and obviously it interests me the most because I am a diehard Lakers fan. So, it's going to be I Talk Basketball, but it's going to be mainly I Talk Lakers. So if you're still interested, it'll be in the comment. It'll be in the section below. Go ahead and go there. Support me. I really appreciate it. Thanks you guys for watching. And be expecting more videos. Couple winner shoutouts. Yeah, laters.